Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, let's get out to the ballpark.
And welcome back. You're on the Neighborhood Sports Network. One low monthly fee, a great yearly fee. To get ready for Game 2 here in Dundas. Ada taking on Jordan. Ada 20-8. Jordan with a record of 31-9 on the season. So we're ready to get underway. Nate Beckman pitching for Jordan. We are underway, and that one is fouled off to the left for strike number 1 against Jonas Sanders. Jonas Sanders, the pitcher. Bo Fetting, the shortstop. Blake Fetting, the third baseman. Braden Fetting, the center fielder. That one hits the backstop, and it's 1-1. Sonny Resnick, the catcher. Ethan Opsahl, first baseman. Riley Resnick, left fielder. Mike Erickson, the right fielder. And Brett Fetting is the second baseman. So a lot of Fettings on this team. That's still a 4 for Ada. 2-1 pitch. Popped up right side and out of play. And it's 2-2. Nate Beckman on the mound. Jonathan Draheim catching. Scott Hollinsworth at first. Steve Beckman at second. Afton Cook at short. Alex Beckman at third. Misses outside, and it's 3-2. In the outfield for Jordan, Dylan Peterson in left. Joe Lucas in center. And Michael Panoka in right. That one's fouled, and they're making a Beckman work. Is Jonas Sanders. He is the pitcher. They'll be battling Beckman. Beckman, a veteran. This whole Jordan team, very veteran team. 3-2 pitch. That's it hard to center. Center fielder Lucas going back. He's underneath it. He'll make the catch for out number 1 here in the top of the first. Aaron Worm with you. Isaac Worm on the camera. Bo Fetting, the shortstop, steps in. When it comes to a Nate Beckman pitching, Beckman on the season 9-1. He has 3 complete game shutouts this season. ERA of 1.30. 69 innings, 81 strikeouts, 9 walks. So he doesn't give up too many free bases. And he does strike out a good number of guys. First pitch of ball. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1 to a Bo Fetting, the shortstop, with Blake Fetting, the third baseman, waiting on deck. 4:13. Take that back. 4:12. We'll call it our first pitch time. And a 2-1 pitch coming to Bo Fetting. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. Blew that one by him. Yeah, Fetting in the second, third, and fourth spot for Ada. So a 2-2 pitch coming. Count strike 3 on the inside corner. He strikes out Bo Fetting, and quickly 2 down here in the first for Ada. Jordan, the winners of their region, Region 6C. Ada coming out of Region 10C. Ada beat Plato, a very good team out of the Crow River, last weekend by the score of 5-4 to get to this matchup today. Fouled there at home plate by Blake Fetting, the third baseman. Where's number 28? So Ada, they come out of Region 10. There's only 2 teams that come out of that region, Bemidji and Ada. 0-1 pitch, a big swing and a miss. And it's 0-2 to Blake Fetting. Again, this Jordan team making their 36th visit to the state tournament. A lot of veterans. They've been here often. 0-2 pitch, down low for a ball. State champions in Class C in 1996 and 2019. Class B champions in 1994 and 2004. Just got a piece of it off his foot. Hope he's okay. As Blake Fetting gets to his feet. Trying to get something going here in the top half of the first inning. One game in the book from earlier today was a 12-2 winner for New Ulm in 8 innings against El Rosa, our first game here in Dundas. So New Ulm will get Nisswa in a round of 16 coming up a week from today, 4:30 in Faribault. Hutchinson and Bluffton, that's a 1-1 game in the 9th, a good pitchers duel. That's game 2 of their 4 games over in Faribault. Again, we're on game 2, just starting game 2 of our 4 game schedule here in Dundas. So 1-2 pitch coming to Blake Fetting with nobody on, 2 outs. Nate Beckman trying to make it a very quick top of the first. 1-2 pitch. Chopper, and that's going to be a base hit right back up the middle. So a 2-out base hit by Blake Fetting. That'll bring Braden Fetting, center fielder. So Fetting a left-hander. First pitch, a big swing and a miss and a high fastball. And don't have a whole lot of information about the Ada A's. You can always chime in on Twitter at AaronWorm1, my Twitter handle, AaronWorm1. That's up high for a ball. It's 1-1. Ada, it's a long drive down here to Dundas, 300 miles to be exact. They got one of the longest road trips in a state tournament. 1-1 pitch, outside for a ball. That's 2-1. Ada is located well north of Fargo. Yeah, looking at the map in the program, they do have the farthest drive to get here. 2-1 pitch hit hard and foul. That's 2-2 to Braden Fetting with 2 outs. Runner on first here in the top of the first. Estimated time to get to Dundas, 4 hours and 28 minutes. They're located kind of in between Fargo and Crookston up there in northwestern Minnesota. So a 2-2 pitch coming to Braden Fetting with Blake Fetting on first and 2 outs. Beckman gets sent to 2-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it. And I will give Ada a lot of credit. They are making Beckman throw a lot of pitches here in this first inning. Already at 22 pitches for Beckman. Definitely getting that pitch count up. 2-2 pitch. Down low for a ball, and it's 3-2. 3-2 to Braden Fetting. Sanders flew out to center. Bo Fetting struck out looking. A base hit up the middle by Blake Fetting. And now a 3-2 pitch coming to Braden Fetting. 3-2 pitch, runners going. Skied, foul territory. Hollinsworth is over, takes a look, ends up in the bleachers. Fans unable to catch it. One of the fans put it off a hop. We'll do the 3-2 pitch once again. And if you follow the Brewers at all, a lot of these names, Joe Lucas and Steve Beckman and Nate Beckman, Scott Hollinsworth, they've been with this team for a long time. A rich, long tradition of baseball in Jordan. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strikes him out. 2 strikeouts for Beckman. And Ada is done in the first. No runs off a 1 hit. Runner left on base and no Jordan errors. We head to the bottom of the first here in Class C baseball. 8-0 Jordan coming up to bat. You're listening to coverage of the Class C state tournament on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Bottom of the first here in Dundas. Order for Jordan leading off. Number 24, the center fielder Joe Lucas, batting second and playing second. Number 8, Steve Beckman, batting third and playing left. Number 7, Dylan Peterson. In the 4th spot, the pitcher, number 26, Nate Beckman. Batting 5th, first baseman, number 19, Scott Hollinsworth. Batting 6th, the catcher, number 25, Jonathan Draheim. Batting 7th, the shortstop, number 21, Afton Cook. Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 3, Michael Vanoka. And batting 9th, the third baseman, number 11, Alex Beckman. So Joe Lucas to face Jonas Sanders. So Joe Lucas, graduate of Jordan, ventured on this Jordan team like many of the guys are. Get you some numbers on him in a second. First pitch is outside for a ball from Sanders. So Joe Lucas, 55 hits and 130 at bats. Going to ground out there to the shortstop, Bo Fetting. Across the diamond to Opsal. It's a 6-3 put out number 1 here in the first. Well, Joe Lucas's numbers are pretty good with an average of .423, slugging percentage of .638. 6 home runs, 34 RBIs, but he grounds out there for out number 1 for Steve Beckman. Steve Beckman, 34 hits and 96 at bats, 33 runs scored. First pitch to Beckman's down low for a ball. Beckman is batting .354, on base percentage of .480. No home runs, does have 19 RBIs. As the first 2 pitches from Sanders are down low, and it's 2-0. Lucas working fast. Strike on the outside corner, it's 2-1. Dylan Peterson waits on deck, and Nate Beckman sits in the hole. They're in the 10th inning over in Faribault. Hutchinson and Bluffton 1-1 game in the 10th. 2-1 pitch, strike on the outside corner, it's 2-2. Don't think Steve Beckman was happy with that call. He takes a step out of the box for just a second. And a 2-1 pitch coming to Beckman. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the first. 2-1 pitch, that's outside. Actually, the 2-2 pitch. So it's 3-2. Payoff pitch coming to Beckman. Again, Ada making their 19th visit to state. They've been here often as well as a chopper. Shortstop in front of the bag, Bo Fetting on the run. Throws them out. 6-3 put out for out number 2. So the shortstop, Bo Fetting, busy early. Couple of 6-3 putouts. There's quickly 2 down for Jordan for Dylan Peterson. Dylan Peterson batting .317, on base percentage of .430, slugging percentage of .538 for Dylan Peterson. First pitch over for a strike, it's 0-1. So Jonas Sanders trying to make it a quick inning for the Jordan Brewers here in the bottom of the first. Waves off a couple of signs, waves off a third sign. The umpire's going to count time. So Dylan Peterson from Burnsville went to DCTC. I assume that's Dakota Community and Technical College. And it's 0-2 to Peterson. Jordan, one of those teams predicted by many to be in the running to win a state title this year. 0-2 pitch, up high for a ball. And it's 1-2. Jordan did finish in the rankings at the end of the season. Off-speed pitch into the third baseman. Blake Fetting scoops it up across the diamond. It's a 5-3 putout, so 3 ground ball outs, and the Brewers go quietly in the bottom of the first. 3 up, 3 down. Inning complete from Dundas. It is 8-0, Jordan nothing. We're back in a moment on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
So Sonny Resnick will lead things off, the number 5 hitter. First pitch from a Beckman is down low for a ball. Again, Beckman had to throw a few pitches there in the first inning. He threw 25. Now he's up to a 27 with a 1-1 count coming to Resnick. Follows it right there. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 pitch. Coming from Beckman, just underway in game 2 of 4 here from Dundas. Outside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Again, that game in the 10th, a 1-1 game between Bluffton and Hutchinson. Just got a piece of it. It's still 1-2. You want to click over on the Neighborhood Sports Network. We don't want you to leave us, but you can watch the end of that game and then come back. So a 2-2 pitch coming from Beckman. 2-2 pitch, just got a piece of it, and it's still 2-2. Well, looking back last year at Jordan, they won the region. They got beat in the first round by a very good Maple Lake team, and they did not get to Labor Day weekend. They got shut out 2-0 in their opener. Then Maple Lake got beat by Alexandria, who went on to the Final Four before Alex got beat by Sobieski. And Sobieski, they were the champions. Grounded to short, picked up by Cook. Cook across the diamond. 6-3 put out, 1 down here in the second. Last year, the Ada Athletics, they had the bye. They won their region, and they got beat by the Luxembourg Brewers 13-7. So a couple of teams that won their region last year, but exited the state tournament quickly. So Ethan Opsahl, first baseman, number 6 hitter, steps in with 1 out, nobody on here in the second. Fouls that one straight back. Hutchinson and Bluffton again in a good one. 1-1 game. Hutchinson out of the North Star League. It's the 0-1 pitch. Grounder. Second baseman Steve Beckman moving to his right. Over to Hollinsworth as a 4-3 put out. Quickly 2 down here in the second. And both pitchers trying to get into a groove here early. So Riley Resnick, left fielder. Where's number 25? Over in Miesville, the Champlin Park Low Gators, they lead Moorhead 4-0. 4-0, the Gators on top in the second. First pitch over for a strike to Resnick. So they are trying to join a Miesville in Rochester in the Final Four. Little number in front of home plate, right back to Nate Beckman. Plenty of time, throws it over to first, and a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Ada in the second. 3 up, 3 down, inning and a half complete here in Dundas. Jordan and Ada, no score on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Bottom of the second here in Dundas. Aaron and Isaac Worm with you on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Welcome to the neighborhood. Getting a low monthly subscription gets you not just town ball, but gets you high school sports, college sports, and the yearly subscription is such a deal. It's like $2 a month to be a part of the Neighborhood Sports Network. So thank you for having us on. So for Jordan, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Nate Beckman, Scott Hollinsworth, and Jonathan Draheim to face Jonas Sanders. So Nate Beckman steps in. Bring up my stat sheets on Jordan. Sanders gets ready. First pitch to Beckman. Outside for a ball. So Nate Beckman is batting .377. On base percentage of .483. Slugging percentage of .639. No homers, 14 RBIs, and that's going to be a hit. It stays fingered on the left field line. We'll see if he tries to go for 2. Rounding first, the throw comes in. It's not going to be in time. And it's a stand-up double for the number 4 hitter, Nate Beckman. And the first runner in scoring position for either team comes here in the bottom of the second. Nate Beckman. Beckman would be 27 years old. Started playing for Jordan back in 2013. Hometown is Jordan. So Scott Hollinsworth steps in. Hollinsworth, the first baseman. The runner on second, nobody out. First pitch to Hollinsworth is over for a strike. Now Hollinsworth, 34 hits and 104 at-bats, batting .327. On base percentage of .414. 2 home runs, 25 RBIs for the veteran. 0-1 pitch. That is hit hard to center. Center fielder Braden Fetting going back. He's battling the wind a little bit. He makes the catch. Taken up from second is Nate Beckman, and there's no throw. And he'll slide in safe to third base. So Hollinsworth with the flyout for out number 1. And that'll bring up Jonathan Draheim, the number 6 hitter, the catcher. Draheim is batting .319. On base percentage of .400. Has 22 hits and 69 at-bats. 13 runs scored, no homers, and 11 RBIs. Draheim is 22 years old. Started playing with the Brewers back in 2018. Hometown is Jordan. So the first run of the game, 90 feet away, and that's hit hard. Is going to hold up. Center fielder is going to make the catch. Braden Fetting. Here comes a throw of the plate, and he is going to be out at home plate. What a great throw by Braden Fetting, the catcher. Resnick had to come up the third baseline to get that. He reaches back and he makes the play. So it's a fly out to center by Draheim for out number 2. And an 8-2 put out at the plate. And the Brewers are retired in the second. No runs off of 1 hit. No runners left on base. And no errors. Braden Fetting keeping this a scoreless game after 2 here in Dundas. Top of the third here in Dundas, no score. Again, Nate Beckman trying to score on a fly out. He gets thrown out at the plate, and it remains 0 apiece. As Mike Erickson, Brett Fetting, and Jonas Sanders comes to the plate. 8-9-1 for Ada. First pitch is outside for a ball. That's pitch number 27 by Nate Beckman. 1-0 pitch. That's a strike. It's 1-1. 1 hit so far for Ada. through the first 2 innings. Over for a strike, it's 1-2. Again, both pitchers pitching at a very good pace, trying to make up for the hour 40 rain delay and 2.5-hour game we had in game number 1 with New Ulm winning. 1-2 pitch at the opposite way. If it's fair, it's trouble. That's a foul ball. It's still 1-2. Mike Erickson from Ada Borup. Sort of a mixture of Ada Borup, Norman County East, East Grand Forks, Fargo North, some of the high schools represented on this roster for Ada. So a 1-2 pitch coming to Mike Erickson, the leadoff hitter. Fouled straight back, and it's still 1-2. Yeah, Jonas Sanders, he pitched 5 innings. The first 5 last week in that victory against Plato. 1-2 pitch outside. It's now 2-2. Mike Erickson, he went 0 for 4. That's hit hard. He's got eyes. Backhand there by Cook. Cook's going to try to throw it, but not in time. Hollinsworth, kind of a goaltender, will knock it down. So Erickson with an infield base hit, and the leadoff guy is on for Ada here in the top of the 3rd. So Brett Fetting, second baseman, number 18, steps in. High school Ada Borup. And for a Brett Fetting last week, he went, looks like 0 for 2. 5 runs off of 7 hits for Ada in that 5-4 victory against Plato. First pitch is up high for a ball. It's 1-0. Jonas Sanders, top of the order, waits on deck. 1-0 pitch from Beckman. That's hit hard the opposite way. Left fielder Peterson comes on, going to play it off a hop. Quick throw to second, and they got him. Base runner Mike Erickson had to make sure that one went down. And a nice job by Peterson. Plays it off the hop, and not too often do you see someone get thrown out by left field on a force out. But it's an 8-4 put out for out number 1. And Brett Fetting, who thought he had a base hit, ends up having to settle for a fielder's choice. There's 1 out. He had to throw a strike, and he did. And that's a tough break if you're an Ada fan. First base swing right to Hollinsworth, going to go to short for 1 and throws it into left field. Hollinsworth trying to hook up with Cook, and he throws it away. It's going to be an error on the veteran first baseman. He was thinking 2 right off the bat. Probably should have just went to the bag and got the out there. But instead throws into left field. Now how big was that fielder's choice at second base? Bo Fetting, who struck out looking, the number 2 hitter. Shortstop steps in. Runners on first and second, 1 out. First pitch is over for a strike to Bo Fetting. From Ada Borup. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Athletics are threatening. That's foul left side. And we'll do it again at 0-2, way ahead. Beckman looking for a strikeout. He's got 2 punch-outs, both coming in the first inning. And there's still an extra innings with Hutchinson and Bluffton. They're the 11th of the 12th. It's a 1-1 game, and called strike 3 on the inside corner. Fetting goes down looking for the second time already this afternoon, and that's a big strikeout if you're a fan of Jordan. Hitters 2 down for Blake Fetting. Blake Fetting is 1 for 1, had a base hit back in the first. Fetting was 3 for 4 with a couple of doubles in that win against Plato last week. Blake Fetting, Ada Borup High School, Northland College. As a quick conversation, Draheim comes out there to talk to his pitcher, Nate Beckheim. So Brett Fetting on second, Jonas Sanders on first. They must be in the top of the 12th. Is that Hutchinson with the runner on third? That one is hit. Broken bat's going to land for a base hit. They're going to wave the runner around. Here comes the throw from Peterson. It's up the line. Ada's on the board first, and both runners behind him are going to move up 90 feet. So Blake Fetting with an RBI base hit. Sounded like he might have cracked the bat. knocks it into left field. Brett Fetting comes around the score on an RBI single, and with the throw, Sanders goes to third. Blake Fetting goes to second. Ada's on top, 1-0 here in the top of the third inning. 1-0 Ada, and you're looking for more with 2 runners in scoring position for Braden Fetting, who struck out. First time up, the cleanup hitter goes the opposite way. Third baseman knocks it down. It's Alex Beckman across the diamond to Hollingsworth, and the inning is over on a 5-3 putout. But a 2-out base hit by Blake Fetting. And the Ada A's out of Region 10, they strike first. 1 run off of 2 hits. It's an unearned run. 2 runners left on base and 1 Jordan error. We into the bottom of the third. Ada 1, Jordan 0.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
Hey, back here in Dundas, Aaron and Isaac Worm with you. Game 2 is scheduled 4 games here in Dundas this afternoon. It'll be 7, 8, and 9. Cook, Vinotka, and Alex Beckman to face, again, Jonas Sanders. And let me pull up Sanders' numbers from last week. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 earned run off of 5 hits against Plato. He struck out 3 and he walked 5. And then Ethan Opsahl came in relief. Opsahl pitched the last 4, gave up 1 run off of 5 hits and struck out 6. So Afton Cook, the shortstop, number 21, will lead things off for Jordan here in the bottom of the third. Ada strikes first in the top half. It's 1-0. First pitch from Sanders. Up high for a ball. So Afton Cook. Afton Cook with just 27 at-bats this year for Jordan. Outside for a ball, and it's 2-0. He's going to graduate in 2024. I thought he was a youngster. 2-0 pitch. At a skied foul out to left field. It's 2-1. Yeah, Afton Cook not graduated. His hometown is Chaska. Not sure if he goes to Jordan High School. So a 2-1 pitch to Cook. That is skied out to shallow center. Center fielder Braden Fetting on the run. Still on the run. He makes the catch. Nice running catch by Fetting for out number 1. And that'll bring up Michael Vinotka, the right fielder, number 3. I don't see there comes the stats on Michael Vinotka. Vinotka from Lake Park, Audubon, DCTC for his college. Trying to get something going here against Sanders. First pitch is outside for a ball, and Sanders has been very good when it comes to pitch count. He's only on pitch number 21. Trying to bunt. Oh, that's a perfect bunt. They're not going to have a play. Catcher will throw it. Do they get him anyways? Oh, what a great recovery by Resnick. Over to Opsahl. They almost got Vinotka. But Vinotka able to race down that first baseline for a bunt base hit. I thought Resnick was going to put that in his back pocket, but he's smarter than I am. They almost got him at first base. So Alex Beckman will step in. Beckman with 29 hits and 100 at-bats, batting .290. On base percentage of .423, does have 14 home runs. Beckman, 35 years old. First year was in 2005. Hometown is Jordan. And Beckman, his college was St. Olaf. So first pitch to Beckman's a ball with a runner on first, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Strike on the outside corner, evens the count at 1-1. Joe Lucas, the center fielder, waits on deck. Jonas Sanders, getting after his team, gave him a run. Trying to keep that lead against a very potent Jordan Brewer offense. Quick throw back, sliding in safely there is Vinoka. I think they're in the 12th, top of the 12th. Bluffton and Hutchinson tied at 1 apiece. Top of the 12th in Faribault. We thought Faribault was way ahead of us in game number 2. As that's a check swing, stealing throw on the second. He's in trouble down there, and he's going to be out. Didn't even have to stand up, was Resnick, and Resnick's got a pretty good arm. It's a strike. Throws it to Brett Fetting. If you're testing Resnick's arm, you might not want to test that again. That's a 2-4 putout. And he never stood up. From his knees, he throws out Vinoka for out number 2, and a 1-2 pitch coming here to Alex Beckman. Pitch from Sanders. Down low and outside. And when you don't know much about a team, you try to test that catcher. And again, they didn't have to jump off. From his knees through a strike to retire Vinoka. So a 2-2 pitch coming to the number 9 hitter, Alex Beckman. And the pitch. That one is hit deep to left. I don't think the left fielder, Resnick's going to get to that one. That's going to roll in front of the warning track, and that's going to be a double for Alex Beckman. And how big does that thrown out stealing at second base look? Vinoka probably would have scored easily if he would have stayed right there. So Joe Lucas, the leadoff hitter. Lucas is 0 for 1. Ground out to the shortstop back in the first. So a chance for Jordan to tie things up. Lucas is 33 years old. Joined Jordan back in 2007. Hometown is Jordan. First pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Joe Lucas. Lucas, his college, DCTC. I'm assuming that's Dakota Community and Technical College. So an 0-1 pitch coming to Lucas. Jordan trying to tie things up here in the bottom of the third. Just missed. And it's 1-1. The hometown Dundas Dukes set to take on the Blaine Fusion in game 3 after this one. 1-1 pitch. Gets the runner at second, and the pitch. That's down low for a ball. That's 2-1 to Joe Lucas with Steve Beckman on deck. Knafton Cook flew out to center. Vinoka got a base hit, but was thrown out trying to steal second. And Beckman with a 2-out double. That's where we sit right now. 2-1 pitch coming from Sanders. That one is hit hard. Center fielder Braden Fetting. It's going to be over his head. That's off the wall, and this game is tied at 1 apiece. Back-to-back doubles with 2 outs, and Jordan has tied things up. That one just kept on sailing. Off the bat of Lucas. Hit that one pretty good. It ties things up at 1 apiece here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. I thought at first that Fetting had a chance on it, but it just kept going and hits off the lower part of the wall out there in center. About a 365 sign, so an RBI double by Joe Lucas ties the game up at 1, and now Steve Beckman trying to give Jordan the lead. First pitch to Beckman's over for a strike. It's 0-1. Beckman grounded out to the shortstop back in the first. Steve Beckman, 33 years of age. First year at the Brewers back in 2007. Hometown Jordan. 0-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. And it's 1-1. And did Hutchinson just hit a home run? In the 11th inning, Hutchinson just hit a home run. Is that a 2-run shot? That's a 2-run homer by Hutchinson. And it's 3-1 Hutchinson over Bluffton. Now they're celebrating, and they should be. Hutchinson with, again, a 2-run homer. It's 2-1 here. So Hutchinson trying to move on for the North Star League. So that pitch is a ball, and it's 3-1. So a long game in game number 2 over there in Faribault. And Hutchinson trying to put that game, bring that game to an ending. 3-1 pitch coming. Down low, ball 4. And a couple Brewers on here in the third. Nick, do you know who hit that home run? Andy Katzenmeyer. So Katzenmeyer with a 2-run homer for Hutchinson puts them on 3-1. Well, Jordan looking to break a 1-1 tie as Dylan Peterson steps in. Peterson grounded out to the third baseman back in the third. First pitch over for a strike. Pitch number 26 thrown by Jonas Sanders. Go ahead run in. Joe Lucas hits at second. Peterson getting set for an 0-1 pitch from Sanders. That one is crushed, but it's foul. Got the bat way in front of that one was Dylan Peterson. Yeah, that one was hit pretty well. Peterson's from Savage. He's been with the team since 2008. He is 32 years old. So an 0-2 pitch coming here to Dylan Peterson, trying to break this 1-1 tie here in the third. Sanders checks the runner. Oh, that one got away from him. Over the helmet. That one just slipped away. It's 1-2. 1-2 coming up to Peterson. An overcast skies making things very comfortable here in Dundas. 1-2 pitch. That one's going to hit him. Trying to throw an off-speed pitch. First one he threw in over his helmet. That one hits him. And the Brewers have something brewing here in the third with the bases loaded for Nate Beckman, who hit a double his first time up. There was 2 outs after they threw out Vinoka trying to steal. Beckman with a double. That's Alex. Joe Lucas with a double to score a run. Then they walk Steve Beckman. They hit Dylan Peterson. Now the number 4 hitter, Nate Beckman, who's 1 for 1, steps in with a chance to put the Brewers on top here in the third. Sanders trying to leave them loaded. First pitch, that's outside for a ball. Solo control problem here to the last 2 guys. 1-0 pitch coming from Jonas Sanders. That's fouled straight back. It's 1-1. And if you're a fan of Veda, you're looking for a big out here. Base hit could put up a crooked number for the Brewers here in the bottom of the third. Sanders gets set, and the 1-1 pitch. That one is crushed to center. Center fielder Braden Fetting going back, still going back at the track, and he makes the catch to end the inning. Able to track that one down. Some good speed by Braden Fetting. Otherwise, that would have cleared the bases. So a long flyout by Beckman ends the third. 1 run off of 3 hits. They leave the bases loaded and no errors. 3 complete here in Dundas. It's 1-1. Ida and Jordan. And we start at the top of the fourth. Brand new ball game tied at 1 apiece. Each team getting 1 tally. They're in the 4th inning. Jordan could have got more, but they leave the bases loaded. So Sonny Resnick, Ethan Opsahl, and Riley Resnick, 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Ada A's. Reports of maybe some sprinkles here in Dundas. We know there's more rain in the forecast this evening. First pitch, taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Let me pull up the radar here real quick and take a peek at what's going on. So that one's hit. Fair ball down the first baseline. That's going to be a base hit for Resnick, so the leadoff guy is on. Here for Ada at the top of the fourth. Well, there's a small cell that's packing a pretty good punch that hopefully is just staying south of us. Just to the south, Kenyon in West Concord, seeing some pretty good rainfall. And hopefully that just stays to the south of us. Maybe just a few sprinkles and hopefully nothing more than that. So Ethan Opsahl, he's showing bunt, and he fouls it right there at home plate. So that's what the radar is indicating. Again, a better chance maybe after 6 o'clock tonight. Just having a bad feeling that at some point there's going to be another weather delay here in Dundas. And they're in the bottom of the 12th. Over in Faribault, Hutchinson leading Bluffton 3-1. Now long-lasting game almost coming to an end if Bluffton cannot come back. 0-1 pitch showing bunt again. Bunts it. That's a good one. Hollinsworth, the first baseman, is going to wait for him, and Tag is pulling up there is Opsahl. So a sacrifice bunt. 3 unassisted for out number 1. Sonny Resnick goes in the second. And Riley Resnick, the left fielder, number 7 hitter, grounded out to the pitcher, back in the second. And it could be one of those evenings where we could be dodging little pop-up showers. First pitch of ball. 1-0 pitch coming. That's down low for a ball. It's 2-0. In the third inning, again, both teams scoring runs, but both teams leaving guys in scoring position. Ada left guys on second and third. Jordan left the bases loaded. 2-0 pitch. That's a strike. That's 2-1, and shaking his head a little bit is Riley Resnick. Not a big fan of that call. So a 2-1 pitch coming from Nate Beckman. Beckman peeks back to second, and the pitch skied right side. Right fielder Vinoka on the run. Vinoka near the line makes the catch. Faking the tank from second is Resnick. So Vinoka retires out number 2, and that's going to bring up Mike Erickson. Erickson had a base hit his first time up, and that's what Ada's looking for in a 1-1 game. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for Ada. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for Jordan. Looks like Bluffton does have at least a runner on second. Down by a couple in the bottom of the 12th. That one's hit to the second baseman. This should end the inning off the hop of Steve Beckman over to Hollinsworth. And a leadoff base hit is stranded at second base. So no runs off of 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Ada has left 4 runners on through 4 innings. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's a 1-1 game. Let me update the scoreboard. Apologize for that. It's a 1-1 game, Jordan and Ada. Here on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
Well, over in Faribault, they're on game 2 of their 4 games, just like we're on game number 2. And they started that second game probably on time. They're in the 12th inning. Hutchinson was up 3-1, but Bluffton just hit a double to tie things up at 3. And now Bluffton's got the winning run on second base. Again, we want you to stay with us on our channel, but we do understand if you want to peek away to that channel on the Neighborhood Sports Network and watch the end of that game. We definitely do understand, but then please come back. So Scott Hollingsworth will step in. I got to look up Scott Hollingsworth. First pitch to Scott is outside for a ball. When I say look up, yeah, Hollingsworth is 46 years old. That's over for a strike. It's 1-1. I thought he was around my age. Hometown is Robbinsdale. He joined Jordan in 1994. Probably by far the longest tenure on the team. It's 2-1. So this is the 28th summer Scott Hollingsworth's been a member at Jordan. 2-1 pitch coming from Sanders. That's fouled straight back. And it's 2-2. I knew he had been around for a while. I didn't know he'd been around for that long. So a 2-2 pitch coming. That is a count strike on the outside corner, and Hollingsworth, you can read his lips saying that's bad to the umpire. But he's rung up for a strike 3, out number 1. Hollingsworth is now 0 for 2. That's the first strikeout recorded by Sanders. So Jonathan Draheim, the catcher, number 6 hitter, flew out to the center fielder back in the second. And Bluffton, are they going to fly out to right? Oh, the right fielder could not handle it. Bluffton just won the game. Bluffton is going to win the game again, Hutchinson. They're going to come back with 3 runs in the bottom of the 12th, and Hutchinson, their season comes to an end. First 2 pitches are out of the strike zone. Well, hats off to the Bluffton Braves. Hutchinson, very good team. And they beat Hutchinson 4-3 after Hutch scored 2 in the top of the 12th to make it 3-1. Bluffton 4-3, and it looks like the right fielder might have mishandled that one out in right to have the winning run come across to score. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Draheim, so a guy on with 1 out. Let me grab my bracket here. So Bluffton, the winners, after Hutchinson beat Kimbo 12-2, they lose a heartbreaker in 12 innings, 4-3. So Bluffton is moving on, and the winner of this game will get the Bluffton Braves coming up a week from today, 11 a.m. in Dundas. That's hit the opposite way. Left fielder Resnick is not going to get to it. It's going to drop for a base hit. Going to hold up the runner at second, so Cook is now 1 for 2. Base hit going the opposite way. In a 1-1 game here in the 4th, Jordan threatening. That'll bring up Michael Vinoka. Vinoka had a base hit in the 3rd and then was thrown out trying to steal. That's the 5th hit for the Brewers. Ada with 4 hits, Jordan with 5. And Jonas Sanders gave up 1 run last inning. Jordan left the bases loaded. Sanders trying to work out of a jam once again. Checks the runner, and that hit him. That hits him. And the bases are loaded as Draheim's going to go up to third base. Cook's going to go to second. But Noka gets hit by a pitch. That's going to bring up Alex Beckman, the number 9 hitter. And Beckman with a double his first time up. If you're watching that game, Bluffton coming back to beat Hutchinson 4-3. Aaron and Isaac Worm with you from Dundas. Both teams scoring a run in the 3rd inning. And Jordan threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. The bases loaded, 1 out against Sanders. Sanders facing Alex Beckman. And Sanders will step off. Again, it's very comfortable. Overcast skies, nice breeze here in the press box here in Dundas. So Sanders gets set. And the pitch, that is up high for a ball, and it's 1-0. Sanders just throwing a pitch number 43 on the contest. So a 1-0 pitch coming. Jordan trying to break the 1-1 tie. The base is loaded. That hits the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. Yeah, Jonas Sanders, who was working fast early, kind of slowing things down. He knows how big every pitch is, especially at the state tournament. They're playing up the middle for the double play. Third baseman is back. First baseman's up. 1-1 pitch is up high for a ball. It's 2-1. First baseman playing up there. That's Opsal. He would probably come home on a ground ball. Sanders looking for a ground ball. Beckman looking for something in the outfield. 2-1 pitch. That's up high for a ball. And it's 3-1. A walk, a base hit, and a hit by a pitch. And Resnick's going to come out and talk to his pitcher, trying to settle him down. Third baseman Blake Fetting was going to come over and join the conversation. And Resnick, the catcher, just said, hey, just stay where you are. No place to put Alex Beckman here in the bottom of the fourth in a 1-1 game. So Sanders gets ready with a big pitch here. 3-1 pitch coming to Beckman with 1 out. And the base is juiced here in the 4th inning. And the 3-1 pitch, that's a called strike. Just got the top of the strike zone. It's 3-2. I know it's early, but it's a huge pitch. 3-2, 1 out to the number 9 hitter, Alex Beckman. A guy who hit a double last inning. And the 3-2 pitch, that one's hit. Shortstop, he's maybe going to get one. Gets to the second for one. Relay is not in time. So Bo Fetting to Brett Fetting on a 6-4 putout. They get Vinoka for out number 2. Beckman reaches on a fielder's choice, does get an RBI as Draheim scores to make it 2-1 Jordan. And Cook moves up to third. They're in the third over in Meesville. And Champlin Park, the Low Gators are taking it to Moorhead. 7-0. Low Gators on top. So runners on the corners for Joe Lucas, the leadoff hitter. First pitch to Joe is up high for a ball. Lucas grounded out. Back in the first, had a double and an RBI last inning. So Sanders trying to limit it to just 1 run here in the 4th. 1-0 pitch. It's the top of the strike zone. It's 1-1. And stealing second, no throw. Hustling down the second is Alex Beckman. So base hit could score a couple here for Jordan. Again, his Brewers team, just like the Brewers we saw earlier in New Ulm, a very good offense. And Nate Beckman doesn't give up a lot. That one is hit hard to center. Braden Fetting going back, still going back. It's off the wall. That's going to score 2. That's going to be a stand-up double for Joe Lucas. And it's 4-1 Jordan. That one was hit far and nothing that Braden Fetting could do on that one. So Joe Lucas with a double that scores 2. And it's now 4-1 Jordan on top. 3 runs so far in. And Steve Beckman, who's 0 for 1, grounding out to the shortstop back in the first and walking the third, looking for more. It's Joe Lucas again, tattooed that off the fence. That's the second or third hit that's been off the fence out there in center. First pitch of ball to Steve Beckman. So Jordan only able to get 1 run last inning. They get the big hit this inning to go 4-1. That's a grounder to the shortstop. Shortstop Bo Fetting picks it up on the run, and the dirt is scooped up by Opsal. The inning is over. Joe Lucas, the base runner from second to third, tried to get in front of the shortstop to distract him. It's a 6-3 putout, and the inning is over. But not before Jordan scores 3 runs off of 2 hits. They leave 1 runner on and no errors. 4 complete here in Dundas. Class C state tournament action on the Neighborhood Sports Network. It's 4-1 Jordan. Top of the fifth, Aaron and Isaac Worm with you on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Welcome to the neighborhood. Just want to remind you a low monthly payment gets you town ball coverage, gets you high school and college coverage here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, and a low yearly payment gets you everything that the Neighborhood Sports Network has to offer for the entire year. 1-0 pitch, that's hit hard right to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth waiting for the pitcher to come over, Nate Beckman, and Brett Fitting, the number 9 hitters, retired 3-1 for out number 1 here in the 5th inning. Pitch-wise, 61 pitches here in the 5th inning for Nate Beckman. So Jonas Sanders, the pitcher. Sanders is 0 for 2. He flew out to center back in the first, reached on an error by the first baseman in the third. First pitch to him is a ball. It's 1-0. Again, Dundas and Blaine. B battle coming up. That one's hit to right. Is going to hang up. Right fielder's going to reach up, and that's Vinoka. Vinoka came in running with a head of steam and has to reach up at the last moment to make the catch. And there's 2 down here in the 5th for Bo Fetting. Sometimes off the bat you think you gotta hustle to get there, and that one hung up, and at the last minute Vinoka reaches back to make the catch. So Bo Fetting, he's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Both strikeouts looking. First pitch to Fetting. It's inside for a ball. 1-0 pitch. That's popped up on the infield. Shortstop coming in. Alex Beckman, the third baseman, but Cook's going to make the catch to shortstop, and the inning is over. So a very, very quick top of the 5th for Ada. 3 up, 3 down. We're halfway home here at Memorial Field in Dundas in the Class C State Baseball Tournament. It remains Jordan 4, Ada 1 here in the Neighborhood Sports Network.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
So we have a new pitcher here for Ada. Final numbers on Jonas Sanders. He goes 4 innings, gives up 4 runs, all earned, out of 6 hits. He struck out 1, he walked 2, and hit 2. And it's a lefty in, number 27. That's Ethan Opsal. So Opsal. So Riley Resnick. Was he out in left field? So Resnick was out in left. So Resnick is now at first base. And it looks like Sanders might have moved out to left. So Opsal pitched 4 innings last weekend in their victory against Plato. So Opsal comes in, the lefty. To face Dylan Peterson, Nate Beckman, and Scott Hollingsworth. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Jordan Brewers here in the bottom of the 5th in a 4-1 game. Peterson grounded out to the third baseman back in the first and got hit by a pitch in the third. That's skied right side. First baseman Resnick takes a look. It's out of play. Let me count up the pitches. Unofficial. 60 pitches thrown by Sanders. 0-1 pitch. It's down low for a ball. It's 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Opsahl. That's popped up right side. Resnick, the first baseman, again just checked in, takes a look. That's going to be on a play. It's 1-2. Champlin Low Gators are up 8-1 over Moorhead in the fourth. So Miesville has moved on. Rochester has moved on to the Final Four. And Champlin Park trying to join them. Miesville and Champlin were both in the Final Four last year. Newmarket, they got to the Final Four last year. Well, they got beat this year by Moorhead, and of course Chanhassen, they were in the Final Four. They won the whole thing for the fourth straight year. But Chanhassen knocked out by Coon Rapids in the first round this year at state. 2-2 pitch, popped up, foul. Right side, we'll do the 2-2 pitch once again to the leadoff hitter, Dylan Peterson. And they're in Miesville, and it looks like the Tarps are coming out in Miesville in the fourth inning. So rain in Miesville. There's a swing and a miss, off-speed pitch by Opsahl. And he strikes out Dylan Peterson for out number one here in the fifth. So Nate Beckman the pitcher. So Beckman comes in. First pitch down low to Nate Beckman. One-0 pitch to Beckman. That's it, foul. Again, Beckman 1 for 2. And a 1-1 pitch coming up. So Jordan out of Region 6. They won the region. Gaylord, the Islanders, they got beat on opening night last weekend by Brownton. Waterville also got beat last weekend by Loretto. 1-1 pitch is over for a strike. So Jordan, the last remaining team in Region 6. 1-2 pitch to Nate Beckman. Hops on the lefty, deals. Grounder, shortstop Bo Fetting, scoops it up, across the diamond to Resnick. It's a 6-3 putout. And quickly 2 down here in the fifth inning. We mentioned Ada, just 2 teams come out of their region in Region 10. And Bemidji, always a very good team. They won the region. Bemidji must play tomorrow. So Scott Hollinsworth, who's 0 for 2, flew out to center and struck out looking. Fouls that first one. And it's 0-1. Get a rain delay for Champlin Park. And Moorhead over in Miesville. So an 0-1 pitch coming here to Hollinsworth with 2 outs. That one almost hit him. He tried to get it to brush his leg, not able to. And it's 1-1. Well, in Faribault, the game coming up, the Buckman Billy Goats. It's now 2-2 to Hollinsworth. The Buckman Billy Goats are getting ready for Laverne, the Redbirds, over in Faribault. And a pitch, that one did hit him. That one did hit Hollinsworth. And he gets hit by a pitch, and the veteran, we mentioned, was it 45 or 46 years of age? He's not going to move that one. He gets hit by a pitch here with 2 outs. So Jonathan Draheim, the catcher, number 6 hitter, flew to the center fielder back in the second and walked in the fourth. And scored part of that 3-run fourth inning that broke a 1-1 tie. That's where we said Jordan on top 4-1. Last game in Faribault tonight, Avon. The Lakers are going to take on the St. Martin Martins to wrap up things in Faribault. Again, we got Dundas against Blaine, Class B action after this one. Checks the runner. That is fouled straight back. And it's 0-1 to Draheim. Then our nightcap, and we don't know how late this one's going to be by the time we get it going. But Delano, the Athletics, winners of Region 12, will take on the Wilmer Rails, who beat Clinton last week 15-1. 0-1 pitch. That's down low. It's going to bounce away from the catcher. Hollinsworth, he's not going anywhere. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Okay, another fantastic crowd here in weekend number 2. Big crowds last weekend. Seeing the same this weekend. Everybody trying to punch their ticket to Labor Day weekend. So 1-1 pitch coming from Opsahl. Checks Hollinsworth at first. That is up high, just missed on top of the strike zone. That's 2-1. So a 2-1 pitch coming to Draheim. Afton Cook waits on deck. Again, Sanders pitched the first 4 for Ada. Opsal just coming in here in the 5th inning. 2-1 pitch coming. Checks the runner at first in the pitch. That is down low for a ball. It's 3-1. So after retiring the first 2 guys, a strikeout and a ground out. He hit Hollinsworth on a 2-2 pitch. Now he's behind Draheim, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. That's a grounder. Shortstop's got a hustle. That's Bo Fetting on the run. He's going to go second, and they get him. Kind of improvises there. He looked at the base runner, Draheim, and he knew that Hollinsworth maybe not as fast going to second. So it's a 6-4 putout for out number 2. He had to kind of improvise in motion. He made the right choice, and the inning is over. No runs off of no hit, 1 left on base, and no Ada errors. 5 complete here in Dundas. It remains Jordan 4, Ada 1 as you're watching Class C state coverage on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Fast and flexible care. Count on the urgency room for expert medical care when you need it most. Visit us in person. Broken bone, chest pain? We're in Eagan, Vadnais Heights, or Woodbury. Online care. Sinus infection? Strep throat? We offer easy online care. Major to minor, we can provide the level of care you need. Visit urgencyroom.com. Mobile check-in now available.
We're in the top of the 6th here in Dundas. Aaron and Isaac Worm with you. Game 2 of 4 for us from Dundas. A 4-1 game. Ada with 1 in the 3rd. Jordan with 1 in the 3rd and 3 in the 4th. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up. Blake Fetting, Braden Fetting, and Sonny Resnick to face Nate Beckman. First pitch is outside for a ball. With that pitch, Beckman just threw unofficially pitch number 66, make it 67. And it's a 1-1 pitch coming here to Blake Fetting. Fetting is 2 for 2. He's got half the hits for Ada. Base hit in the first, RBI base hit in the 3rd. Scored the lone run for Ada. 1-1 pitch is outside, it's 2-1. Get a nice breeze. That was expected to be a very hot and humid afternoon. 2-1 pitch at the opposite way. Vanoka on the run. Vanoka's going to pull up. He'll make the catch. And Blake Fetting's retired for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, pretty nice breeze looking at the American flag, blowing from left to right here in Dundas. So Braden Fetting, the cleanup hitter, he's 0 for 2. Struck out back in the first and grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd. First pitch, a big swing and a miss, almost swing out of his shoes. Pitch number 70, unofficially, for Nate Beckman. He'll step out for a second, adjust his, well, he's wearing sunglasses. Every kind of eyewear he's got, he'll adjust that and step back in. 0-1 pitch coming from Beckman. That's outside for a ball. It is 1-1. We mentioned the winner of this one gets Bluffton, who came back to beat Hutchinson in 12 innings. So for a strike, it's 1-2. That game will be a week from today, 11 a.m. start in Dundas. The Bluffton Braves again knocking off Hutch in 12. 1-2 pitch and hit him. Came way in tight and not happy. No one's ever happy to get hit by a pitch, so Braden Fetting tosses his bat to the side. He'll hustle down the first after being hit by a pitch. So Sonny Resnick, number 5 hitter, the catcher, steps in, grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd, had a base hit back in the 4th. So Resnick will step in with a runner on, 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th, Ada down by 3. And Ada 20-8 on the season. Jordan 31-9. First pitch of the ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. That's down low for a ball. It's 2-0. So Ada trying to get something going here in the 6th inning. Down by 3. Quick throw back to first, sliding in safely. He is Fetting. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for Ada. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for Jordan. 2-0 pitch coming. That's a strike taken all the way, and it's 2-1 to Resnick. A lot of game yet to go for, again, a Ada team that 4.5-hour drive to get here to Dundas. 2-1 pitch. That's hit hard right back up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. So the second hit for Resnick. Ada's got something going with runners on first and second. 1 out here in the 6th for Ethan Opsahl, who's now pitching. So Opsahl trying to help his own cause. Ada population 1,500. Is that what that said? A little bigger than Burbank from last night with 52. So Beckman trying to work out of a jam. That's hit. This could be 2. Steve Beckman over to short for 1. The Cook back to first and rack him up. On a 4-6-3 double play, Opsahl hits into a double play in the first pitch. And the threat for Ada comes to an end. No runs off of 1 hit. 1 left on. And no Jordan errors. So a hit by a pitch and a walk does not come back to hurt the Brewers. We head to the bottom of the 6th here in Dundas on the Neighborhood Sports Network. It remains Jordan 4, Ada 1. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 4-1 game. Jordan on top here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Again, a low monthly payment or a yearly fee. It's so much action here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. You can cancel the monthly one, but the best deal is for that yearly deal. Town ball, high school sports, and college sports here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Opsahl first pitch. That got eyes. That's got eyes in the right field for a base hit by Afton Cook. So Cook is now 2 for 3. So Cook with a base hit to lead things out for Jordan. So Michael Vanoka. Vanoka is 1 for 1. A base hit in the 3rd. Got hit by a pitch in the 4th. Jordan trying to add to a 4-1 lead. Reports I saw on Twitter, it's raining pretty hard in Meesville, so it could be a while before they get things going in Meesville. So a 1-1 pitch. That's staying for a strike. Our first pitch, I take that back, staying for a strike. It's 0-1. Again, Waconia was supposed to have their game here in Dundas against Fergus Falls. That was set for a 4:30 start in Meesville. 0-1 pitch, showing bunt. It's a good bunt. Third baseman Fetting charges on the run and dugout. No, Resnick can't handle it. Blake Fetting did his best, and Resnick not able to scoop that up. And Vanoka's got his second, I think, bunt base hit, so the first 2 guys are on. Well, in Faribault, they're underway in game 3. Buckman, Billy Goats taking on the Laverne Redbirds, just underway. At the top of the first. Oh, they gave him an error. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to disagree with that. That's a tough play. So they're going to give the error, I guess, to the first baseman. Showing bunt. That's a good bunt, but it's going to go foul. Alex Beckman is 1 for 2 at a double in the third. Hit into a fielder's choice. Had an RBI in the fourth and 2 runs scored. Tough scorekeeper next to us. Again, Fetting on the run was in the dirt. And Resnick would have had to make a pretty nice play to scoop it up. So I disagree with that. 0-1 pitch. I'm sure Michael Vinotka would love a hit as well. 0-1 pitch coming to Beckman. 4-1 game. Jordan looking for more here in the bottom of the 6th with nobody out. Opsahl trying to work himself out of a jam. And turning around and spinning and getting back to second. So an 0-1 pitch coming. And Resnick rushing in at first base looking for that bunt. So an 0-1 pitch coming. The runners on first and second. And Resnick's way in. He's about 45 feet away, pulls back and takes a strike. It's 0-2. Yeah, sometimes you wonder as a hitter if you're tempted when you got the first baseman or the third baseman right there, just to try to slap it right at him. So an 0-2 pitch coming to Alex Beckman. We'll see if he bunts here with 2 strikes with nobody out. Opsahl long look back. He's swinging, fouls it off. It's still 0-2. Jordan up 4-1. Again, Sanders went the first 4 innings. Opsahl starting inning number 2 in relief for Ada. 0-2 pitch coming. Ada looking for a big out. Beckman trying to move guys along. And the 0-2 pitch, that's outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Again, here in Dundas, a lot of good eats. If you're making plans to join us yet this weekend or next weekend, cheese curds and French fries, walking nachos, chicken tacos. 1-2 pitch hit hard. This could be 2. Picked up by Fetting over the second for 1. Really back to first, and they got him. Bo Fetting to Brett Fetting to Resnick. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and that's a huge double play for Ada. As Afton Cook goes to a third base. A nice turn by Fetting the Fetting. Bo to Brett. And there's 2 down now for Joe Lucas, the leadoff hitter. Lucas, the center fielder. Lucas is 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. He's in the running for the player of the game in this one. Opsahl trying to lead that runner on third base. First pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. So Cook on third. Now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And the 0-1 pitch. That's it. Grounder to should end the inning. Third baseman Fetting over to Resnick. That's Blake Fetting. A 5-3 putout. And the inning is over. So Jordan gets the first 2 guys on, but could not score. No runs off of 1 hit. 1 are left on base and 1 Ada error. We head to the 7th. Here in Dundas on the Neighborhood Sports Network as the Jordan Brewers on top by a score of 4-1.
You should feel good about where you and your money are headed. We can help you build a better relationship with your money, starting with our free Simply Better checking account. When you open an account, you'll also receive a free gift. Get started today. Think Bank. Meet your money.
We're at the top of the 7th. Aaron and Isaac Horn with you on a Neighborhood Sports Network. Father-son duel bringing you the action on this Saturday from Dundas. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Ada. Riley Resnick, Mike Erickson, and Brett Fetting. I do have to mention our cameraman Isaac is playing a little hurt. During the first rain delay today, we left and we came back. And the pop that he had, he took a swig of it. And while we were gone, a bee got into his pop. So he might have got stung a good 2, maybe 3 times at the inside of his mouth. And his lip looks like he took a shot from somebody. But he's good, put some ice on it, took a little Benadryl. They're bringing all the action via the camera here in Dundas. That one's hit, roller to short to Cook. Cook over to Hollinsworth on a 6-3 putout, and Riley Resnick's retired for out number 1. And unofficially, that is pitch number 79 by Beckman. Pretty good clip when it comes to pitches that were in the 7th inning. So Mike Erickson, the right fielder. Erickson is 1 for 2. Had a base hit in the 3rd and grounded out to the second baseman back in the 4th. First pitch over for a strike. Back in the 3rd, he had to wait for it to land in front of the left fielder. It's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. It looked like a base hit for Brett Fetting, the guy on deck. But Erickson had to hold up to make sure it landed. He got thrown out going from first to second. It's outliner to Alex Beckman. Beckman makes the catch. And there's quickly 2 down here in the 7th. So Brett Fetting. Fetting is 0 for 2, hit into a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. Grounded out to the first baseman back in the 5th. Beckman trying to make it a very quick inning as that's foul. And it's 0-1. And the winner of this game gets Bluffton coming up next weekend. So an 0-1 pitch on the way. Again, Beckman trying to make it a 1-2-3 inning for the 3rd time. That one's hit deep. Going back there is Vinoka. Still going back. It's off the wall. And that's going to be a 2-out double. That was hammered out there by Brett Fetting. And Fetting celebrating out there at second. Like we mentioned, Fetting thought he had a base hit back in the 3rd inning, but it turned to a fielder's choice with Erickson trying to go from first to second. He's probably celebrating because he got a hit. And again, they're still in the game, Ada. They got 7 outs to work with. They're down by 3, 4-1 here in the top of the 7th. And Jonas Sanders, who was pitching, now playing left, he's 0 for 3 with a couple of flyouts and also reached on an error. First pitch to Sanders is up high for a ball. It's 1-0. In the Blaine Fusion and the hometown Dundas Dukes coming up next here in the Neighborhood Sports Network. So a 1-0 pitch coming from Beckman. Checks to runner at second. Oh, trying to pick him up, and it hits on the second baseman's glove, but doesn't go far enough for the base runner, Brett Fetting, to go anywhere. Steve Beckman sneaking in. And Jordan maybe catches a break. Well, Ada left runners on second and third in the 3rd. Let the runner on second in the 4th. Had runners on first and second with 1 out last inning and hit into a double play. As a check swing, it's 1-1 to Sanders. If you're Ada, you got to start chipping and getting that big hit. Down by 3 here in the top of the 7th. Again, they beat Plato last weekend. Jordan had an opening round bye. 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. So Beckman 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Beckman with 3 strikeouts. He has scattered 6 hits through 6+ innings. And a 1-2 pitch coming from Beckman. Checks to runner at second. And the pitch. That's hit to right. That could be trouble. Vinoka on the run. He's going to pull up. He'll make the catch, and the inning is over. Hit well by Sanders the other way, but not well enough as the inning comes to an end. No runs off 1 hit. 1 runner left on base, and no Jordan errors. Ada has now left 6 through 7 innings. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time here in Dundas. Score remains Jordan 4, Ada 1. Well, pretty good pace here on game number 2 of 4. We're at the 90-minute mark. So we get to the bottom of the 7th. Steve Beckman, Dylan Peterson, and Nate Beckman, 2, 3, and 4, due up for Jordan, trying to add to their 3-run lead as Opsahl gets set to start his 3rd inning of work in relief for Ada. First pitch of Steve Beckman is outside for a ball. Beckman's 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs to the shortstop, Bo Fetting, and he walked back in the 3rd. 1-0 pitch. That's inside, it's 2-0. And over in Faribault, they have our good friend Chris Reavers. Running around over in Faribault, 2-0 pitch. Down low, it's 3-0. We did see the legendary Patrick Royce. Got a chance to say hi to Patrick. They're in the press box before game number 2. 3-0 pitch. Taken for a strike, it's 3-1 to Steve Beckman. Patrick Royce, a very big-time ambassador for amateur baseball here in the state. 3-1 pitch. Taking another strike, it's 3-2. So a 3-2 pitch coming to Beckman, leadoff hitter here in the 7th. And both of these teams got beat last year. They won their region, but both teams lost in the opening round. 3-2 pitch. That's ball 4 inside. The leadoff guy is on for Jordan here in the 7th inning. Well, teams that have moved on so far, Red Wing beat Watkins last night 1-0. Red Wing's going to get the winner of Bird Island and Loretta. That game at 4:30 here in Dundas coming up tomorrow. St. Patrick beat Burbank 5-1 last night in Faribault. As Dylan Peterson steps in, first pitch fouled off to the side. St. Patrick gets the winner of Avon and St. Martin. That'll be the last game. Scheduled for 7. That'll be the last game in Faribault tonight. Nisswa again, a comeback win against Raymond earlier today, 6-5. 0-1 pitches outside, it's 1-1. Nisswa gets New Ulm. That's the game we had for you first here from Dundas. New Ulm beat El Rosa in 8 innings, 12-2. So a 1-1 pitch coming from Opsahl. Checks the runner at first. And a 1-1 offer, and that's hit hard to center. Braden Fetting, he's been busy out there in center. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So Dylan Peterson now 0 for 3. As Beckman hustles back to first. For Nate Beckman, the pitcher. Beckman is 1 for 3, a double in the 2nd. Flew out to center in the 3rd. Grounded out to the shortstop back in the 5th. And Bluffton and Hutch in a thriller. It was a 1-1 game going to the top of the 12th. If you haven't heard about this game, Hutch scored 2 in the top of the 12th. That one is hit deep. That's hit a long way by Nate Beckman, and that one is going to be caught and dropped at the warning track. And now hustling to second base is going to be Steve Beckman. He started making his way back to possibly first base, but it's dropped out there in center. I thought off the bat that one was gone, but the ballpark holds it in. It's going to be an error on the center fielder as Braden Fetting could not bring it in. And Steve Beckman was about to go back. He was about to go back to first base because he thought it was going to be caught and put on the brakes and scrambled in the 2nd. Galley thought off the bat that one was gone, but deep there in left center. Too much ballpark. That's error number 2. But again, Bluffton trailing 3-1 against Hutch in the bottom of the 12th, scores 3 runs to come back for a walk-off winner. So 1 out, runners on first and second for the Brewers. Checks the runner at second. That one's hit. Third baseman off the hop. That's Blake Fetting. Steps on the bay, across the diamond. That's a double play to double up Scott Hollinsworth. So Steve Beckman is retired on the 5 unassisted for out number 2. It's a 5-3 putout to Hollinsworth. A double play ends the inning, and the air does not come back to hurt. Ada, no runs off of no hits. 1 runner left on base, and 1 Ada air. 7 complete. It remains Jordan. Thanks to their 3-run 4th inning, they still lead Ada 4-1. You're watching coverage of the Class C State Amateur Baseball Tournament on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
So Nate Beckman starting inning number 8. First pitch strike, second one fouled off by Bo Fetting. Again, I always want to stress on official count, but I have him at 88 pitches so far for Beckman. 0-2 pitch up high for a ball. It's 1-2. Yeah, we're in the 8th inning. Thank you to Isaac for making that switch. 1-2 pitch at the opposite way. Shortstop comes up with it. That's Cook. Cook on the run, able to pull it down. For out number 1 as Fetting is now 0 for 4. Trying to go the opposite way, and Cook robs him of a base hit. So Blake Fetting, the third baseman, number 3 hitter. He's got 2 of the 6 hits for Ada. Base hit in the first, a base hit in the third, and flew out to right back in the 6th. First pitch inside for a ball. Again, Ada scored in a base hit by Blake Fetting that scored Brett Fetting to make it 1-0 in the top of the 3rd. And Jordan answering the bomb the 3rd with an RBI double by Joe Lucas. So that's fouled straight back. Yeah, then in the 4th inning, a fielder's choice RBI by Alex Beckman made it 2-1. And Joe Lucas with a double scored 2 to make it 4-1. And that's where we sit. We've had no runs scored since that 4th inning. That one is hit high in the center, but Lucas is there. And he'll make the catch for out number 2. So quickly 2 gone for Ada here in the 8th for the cleanup hitter, Braden Fetting. Fetting's 0 for 2. He struck out back in the 1st, grounded out to the third baseman in the 3rd. They got hit by a pitch in the 6th. Ada has just not got that big 2-out hit. First pitch, it's a ball. Had runners on 2nd and 3rd in the 3rd. Had a runner on 2nd in the 4th. Had a runner on 2nd in the 6th, and a runner on 2nd in the 7th. Now able to get that big 2-out hit. That's hit the opposite way, but there's Lucas once again sliding in. He'll make the catch. And the inning is over. Very quick inning for Nate Beckman. And that is the 3rd time he's put down Ada in order. A's go 3 up, 3 down. We get to the bottom of the 8th here in Dundas in Class C baseball. It remains Jordan 4, Ada 1 here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. We into the bottom of the 8th. Jordan trying to add to their 4-1 lead. They're going to have Jonathan Draheim, Afton Cook, and Michael Vanotka 6, 7, and 8 due up. As Opsal ready to start his 4th inning of work. Sanders pitched the first 4. He gave up all 4 runs. Opsal has not given up any runs in relief. First pitch to Draheim is outside. Jonathan Draheim, the catcher, number 6 hitter. He is 0 for 2, a flyout. He walked and later scored. Hit into a fielder's choice. So that one is also outside. And Opsal has pitched well. He's got out of a few jams. Keep his team in it. 2-0 pitch hit hard, a base hit in the left field. So Draheim is on for Jordan. And that, I believe, is only the second hit given up by Opsal in relief. So that's going to bring up Afton Cook. Cook is 2 for 3, having a nice game. Flow out to center in the 3rd. Had a base hit, scored a run in the 4th. Also had a base hit in the 6th and was stranded on 3rd base. So Jordan looking for some insurance up by 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. That one's hit, and that's another base hit in the left field. So back-to-back base hits, and here comes the Brew Crew here in the 8th inning. Do some math here, trying to figure out how many pitches Opsal has. I think 42. And Sanders threw 60. So they're looking for the bunt. Resnick at first is sneaking up once again. Michael Vinoka. He's going to show bunt. He does show bunt. It's a good one down the 3rd baseline. Blake Fetting's got one play. Second baseman covering. That's Brett Fetting. Slides in there. So a sacrifice bunt by Vinoka. Draheim moves up to 3rd. Cook moves up to 2nd. And Alex Beckman, who was 1 for 3, had a double and a run scored back in the 3rd. Hit into a fielder's choice, RBI. Also had a run scored in the 4th and grounded out to the 2nd baseman. And the infield's going to have to come in for Ada. So we're going to have a pinch runner for Jordan, a pinch runner for Afton Cook. And that's going to be J.D. McDermott. So J.T. McDermott coming in for Jordan. And plenty of a bench for Jordan. Looks like there's 3 guys on the bench for Ada, and that's it. I don't know if all 3 guys are draftees. They did draft 3 guys. I'm not sure if they're all here. So infield is in for Ada with 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch taken for a ball by Alex Beckman, the number 9 hitter. Draftees for Ada, Ryan Luthi from the Dilworth Rail Dogs, Andrew Harrion from the Dilworth Rail Dogs, and Danny Wentzlaw from the Roseau Royals. 1-0 pitch. That's a little grounder foul. Evens the count at 1-1. We can mention the players that are draftees. Nick Schubert for Jordan from the St. Clair Wood Ducks. Kevin Nelson from the Waseca Braves. And I know Brody Curtis from Belle Plaine, a very good pitcher. Also a draftee for the Brewers. So a 1-1 pitch coming with 1 out. Runners on 2nd and 3rd here in the 8th inning. 1-1 pitcher trying to squeeze, and throwing his bat out there was Beckman. Draheim was flying down the 3rd baseline, so they try to squeeze him in and not able to. They'll do the 1-2 pitch once again. And Jordan trying to do anything to add to their 3-run lead. Again, no one has scored since the bottom of the 4th here in Dundas. So a 1-2 pitch coming here to Alex Beckman. And the pitch. That one's hit out to left field. Left fielder Sanders right there. He'll catch. Taken from 3rd is Draheim. The throw is going to be cut off. And it's a sacrifice fly by Alex Beckman. He gets the RBI. Draheim scores from 3rd to make it a 5-1 game. So Jordan on top 5-1 here in the 8th. Little small ball. That's how you get it done in the state tournament. A sacrifice bunt and a sacrifice fly makes it 5-1. What's that say? So top of the order, Joe Lucas. That's a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Oh, okay. So an 0-1 pitch at Joe Lucas. He's 2 for 4 with a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs. 5-1 Jordan here in the 8th. Ooh, pulled the string on that one. It's 0-2 to Lucas. Yeah, Joe Lucas definitely in the running for the player of the game. We'll try to carry that interview for you again after the game is over here in Dundas. So an 0-2 pitch coming here to a Joe Lucas. That's down low in the dirt. It's 1-2. So a 1-2 pitch to Joe Lucas. Jordan again, the Brewers. One of the favorites coming into the tournament. They're always a favorite each and every year. Ranked number 7 on the final rankings. That one's popped up right side. Resnick is over. He takes a peek, and that's going to be out of play. Yeah, final standings. Watertown, the Red Devils at number 1. Delano at number 2. Both teams yet to play this weekend. New Ulm won earlier today, number 3. St. Patrick at 4. They won yesterday. Waterville, they got beat last weekend at number 5. Laverne at 6. They're still yet to play. Jordan at 7. And that is skied foul right side. Waconia at 8. Waconia playing later on tonight in Meesville. Hutchinson, who just saw one get away in the 12th against Bluffton, ranked 9. And Isanti yet to play. So 2 of the top 10 teams, according to rankings, eliminated from the state tournament. 1-2 pitch. That's hit hard, but right to shortstop, Bo Fetting. Fetting across the diamond. Good hustle. Lucas hustling down the baseline. He's out by a step, and the inning is over. But a sacrifice fly RBI by Alex Beckman increases the lead. 1 run off of 2 hits. 1 runner left on base, and no Ada errors. Last chance for the Ada A's. Here at the Class C state tournament, we head to the top of the 9th. Jordan 5, Ada 1. You're watching coverage of the Class C Amateur Baseball Tournament in Dundas on the Neighborhood Sports Network.
All season long, you've gathered with friends, neighbors, and family at ball yards all across Minnesota.
Still going, gone! A home run!
Diamonds that define hundreds of communities. Town Ball binds together our passion for baseball and our hometowns. And on September 10th, the cornerstone of Minnesota baseball, Target Field, will host a party for all those who play, watch, and support Town Ball. The Twins host the Guardians at 6:10 p.m. Prior to the game, the champions will be honored in a ceremony at Town Ball Tavern, and all Town Ballers will be invited down to the field for a special pregame ceremony. Wear your team colors and enjoy a special night at Target Field.
Field Scallon back, has it measured. That's it! Air Freight Unlimited, your Class A state champions.
For tickets to the Minnesota Twins Tip of the Cap to Town Ball on September 10th, visit twinsbaseball.com/townball.
First pitch swinging a grounder to third over to Alex Beckman. He's going to throw out Sonny Resnick, and there's one away. And trying for the complete game is Nate Beckman, trying to finish what he started. Resnick is now 2 for 4. And a 5-3 putout, and Jordan is 2 outs away from advancing the next weekend to take on Bluffton. The Bluffton Braves in the round of 16 in Labor Day weekend. Ethan Opsahl, he's 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts. Pitches outside. Unofficially, I do have him at pitch-wise at 97. Make that 98, pops it up in the air. Pitcher Beckman is there. He says, I got it. And Nate Beckman will make the catch. Opsahl's retired for out number 2. So Ada's down to their last out. Ada again from Region 10 making their 19th visit to the state tournament. If this holds up, they'll finish the season 20-9. The Brewers will be 32-9. This victory holds on. First pitch is a strike to Riley Resnick, the number 7 hitter. He's playing first. He's 0 for 3. That's down low for a ball. And Ada had a nice win against a very good Plato team last weekend by a score of 5-4. But running into a tough Jordan team here. 1-1 pitch. This should end it. Steve Beckman, the second baseman, over to Hollingsworth. And the Jordan Brewers are moving on to Labor Day weekend. As Beckman retires, the final 7 guys he faces, and Jordan is moving on. 1 run off of 6 hits, 2 errors for Ada, 5 runs off of 9 hits, 1 error for Jordan. And let me count up some numbers on Beckman here real quick. He only had 3 strikeouts. Gives up 1 run off of 6 hits. It's an earned run. And he hit 1 guy, and that was it. So 3 strikeouts, hit a batter to pick up the victory. Ada again, 1 run off of 6 hits. They had left a total of 6 runners on the base path. As for the Jordan Brewers, they left 8 runners on the base path. Sanders gets the loss. Opsahl was very good in relief. He pitches 4 innings of giving up just 1 run in relief for Ada as their season comes to an end here in Dundas. And we'll wait to get our player of the game. Joe Lucas, again, a big game for Jordan. He went 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 2 doubles. Trying to see who else, and Jordan had multiple hits. Well, you got Afton Cook. Cook went 3 for 4 with 3 base hits and a run scored. You had Michael Vinoka. Vinoka had 1 hit, but he reached base 3 times. I'd assume those guys would be in the running for the player of the game. We'll see if they're going to have that, or maybe just skip on to the next game trying to catch up here in Dundas. I don't see anybody in the field as of right now, and maybe they're just skipping that part because they want to keep things moving. I'm going to guess that is the case. Want to get the guys out of the dugout and let Dundas come in and Blaine come in. So that's going to wrap up our game at game number 2 of 4. We'll be back with you in just a little bit for Blaine and Dundas. Class B baseball coming up. Again, your final score. Aaron and Isaac Worm with you on the Neighborhood Sports Network. Jordan 5, Ada 1.
Baseball. It's America's pastime and Minnesota's passion. The all-new Neighborhood Sports Network, in partnership with the Minnesota Baseball Association, brings you coverage of the 2022 State Amateur Baseball Tournament. Coverage of this great Minnesota tradition is proudly brought to you by The Urgency Room, fast, flexible care. McDonald's, owners and operators of Minnesota and Western Wisconsin. Find your golden opportunity at mcdonalds.com/careers. Xfinity, a better way to watch. Think Bank, meet your money. The Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. And by the Minnesota Twins. Get tickets for Town Ball Night at Target Field on September 10th. Live coverage throughout the Town Ball tourney can be seen right here on the Neighborhood Sports Network. That's NSPN.TV. Welcome to the neighborhood. Now,